been so hungry before that you physically felt sick? You could feel your stomach was empty and it was growling? I know I've been there. Have you also ever felt hungry, but you weren't sure why? Maybe you had just eaten, or for some reason you just wanted to keep eating more? I have too. There are two different types of hunger. There's physical hunger and there's emotional hunger. Now, physical hunger is what we all know of when our stomach is actually empty. That typically occurs 3 to 5 hours after our last meal. And that's normal. That's when your stomach sends a signal to your brain that it's empty and you need to fill it with good, whole foods. Sometimes, though, if it's less than 3 to 5 hours after you've eaten, it could be one of two things. The first is maybe you had too many carbohydrates at your last meal. That's why sometimes if you chow down on a lot of Chinese food or a lot of pasta, you get super full right away, but then an hour later, you could go back for seconds. The second reason why is it could be emotional hunger. Now, emotional hunger is a whole other issue, and that's not your stomach signaling your brain. Everything there happens above the neck. That's when your body and your stomach aren't really in sync. Now, we all have comfort foods. Most of us might reach for chocolate or potato chips, pizza, some sort of comfort food that we genuinely enjoy. The problem is emotional eaters or emotional hunger, what happens is you tend to overindulge in those comfort foods. Because let's be honest, most people's comfort foods are not bananas, unless we're talking about banana pudding or banana ice cream. So you need to differentiate between emotional hunger and actual physical hunger. Because the problem is if you're always reaching for comfort foods, if you're always eating even when your stomach does not need more food, not only are you going to do things to your waistline, but you could really impact your health in a negative way. So when you're first able to differentiate between physical hunger and emotional hunger, you need to then get to the root of the issue. Is it stress related? Do you tend to reach for food or feel hungry after you've had a bad day, when you receive some bad news, or when you're just bored? That's another one to look out for. Bored eating is the worst. If you're just sitting around and all of a sudden you're hungry, get up and take a walk, read a book, call your girlfriend or your friend on the telephone. Do something to keep your mind off of food. Chances are with emotional eating, once you train your brain to not reach for food, you won't even feel hungry anymore until it's actual physical hunger. For more information and to see other great videos and tips like this, be sure to like us on Facebook and find us online at thealternativedaily.com.